Hey, my name's Logan.
And my name is Alyssa, parentheses, Freaky Invisible Wolfwalker, in apostrophe, Grogu, and apostrophe, and parenthesis. That's my name. Because we did Freaky, and we also did Invisible Man, and then we also did Wolfwalkers.
Yeah, and a bunch of ones before that.
Well, yeah, but those are just the most recent that I saw in the notes you had pulled up, and I thought it'd be cool if I combine them all. And then I put Grogu because you love to say that Grogu is not baby.
We don't have time to explain that to our 3 listeners.
I'll call my mom later and tell her.
I'm you know the thing where you're kind of like telling a story or saying something and you kind of exaggerate it just a little bit to make it seem cooler? That's what I just did when I said 3 listeners. Because I only know of 2 weekly listeners. Oh, wait, no. We got 3.
Okay.
We got 3.
All right. Okay, well, that's just my name.
Okay,
that's my
cool.
legal God-given name.
This is an episode of Marketer's Cut, where we talk about 2 movies every week, one newer, one older, and we talk about their marketing and other things, including our cool marketing ideas.
That's what we're talking about this week, but I feel like next week, I'm just going to talk about whatever I want.
Why?
I feel like it would be fun. People are like, man, I love movies, and the title's going to be like Monsters, Inc. and Freaky Friday again for fun. But instead I'm going to be like, hey guys, you know what's cool? Dirt. And I'm just going to talk about dirt instead.
All right, so this week we're talking about 2 cool movies. One is the relatively new release. It's still in premium video on demand, so $20 to rent for 48 hours and it's gone forever. Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. Go to Vista Del Marketing this week.
No.
Okay. And I bet you're thinking, oh, they're going to do Bridesmaids with this one. But no, we wanted to talk about another movie where some girls go on a trip. You say which one it is, Alyssa?
Is it Crossroads with Britney Spears and her friends?
Is that a movie?
Yes.
Okay, no, it's Girls Trip.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
The 2017 hit.
Yeah.
So funny. Okay, but yeah, we're going to start off with the newer one, Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. This movie was directed by Josh Greenbaum. Here's a quick synopsis from IMDb. Lifelong friends Barb and Star embark on the adventure of a lifetime when they decide to leave their small Midwestern town for the first time. Ever.
Okay, could you actually call them by their proper names?
According to the teaser trailer, or maybe the main, I don't know, according to one of the trailers, their names are Barb, just plain old Barb, and Star, short for Starbra.
All you had to say was Barb and Star, bro. Those are their proper God-given names.
Okay.
Just like how mine is.
Don't say it again.
I won't.
Okay. So this movie came out Valentine's Day weekend, February 12th, 2021. Like I said, on premium video on demand. So you can rent it pretty much anywhere. Well, what they say in their marketing language, anywhere you can rent movies for $20.
Ooh, that's true. That's how they say it.
Yeah, I couldn't find any budget info on this one.
Okay.
Couldn't find any decent box office info because it's on premium VOD, not really in theaters, although it had like some small numbers, but nothing worth looking into here. Rotten Tomatoes. So this movie has a 78 critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 66 audience score.
A little shocked by the critic score.
Yeah, my Twitter feed was blowing up with this movie about how it's like a new comedy classic and everything. And I felt like I was seeing that from a lot of critics, but I guess I don't follow a majority of critics, which makes sense when I say it out loud. I don't. But yeah, I decided 78 is a good score.
78 is a good score. No, I agree.
Yeah, I just thought it would be higher, and I thought the audience score would be higher too.
Oh, no. I am shocked that it's that high.
Really?
Yeah, I think 66 is more on point with what I thought about the movie.
Huh.
So I saw 66, I was like, yeah, and I was like, wow, I can't believe critics liked it that much.
Okay. Well, this movie doesn't have a cinema score because it didn't come out in cinemas, but I want to create a new metric called the home cinema score.
Okay.
All right, and we have a home cinema, aka a TV.
Yeah.
That can show movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your home cinema score for this movie?
C.
Wow. I go B+.
Okay.
B+. It wasn't the hype was a little much for it, in my opinion.
I agree.
But I still did have a really great time with this movie, and there are some parts that I think are like some all-time gags in a movie and everything.
How many times did you hear me laugh out loud during this movie?
A depressing amount.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Like
not.
one?
I thought it was going to be like laughing my...
You're what?
I thought I was going to be laughing my boo-boo balls off about
Okay.
this one. But I didn't laugh my boo-boo balls off. They stayed really, snatched up into my body, really.
Okay, cool. Good to know. But yeah, no, I overall enjoyed this movie. Yeah, do you want to jump into some of the marketing stuff for this movie?
Yeah, I'm ready. I also love... You don't have a lot of information, so when I go into my stuff this week, I'm going to have so much information.
Yeah, no, we're going to be kind of quick on this one because overall, there's not a lot to dive into. There's some cool stuff. But, obviously this movie stars Kristen Wiig and Annie, I'm going to butcher her last name, Mumolo. They were both writers of Bridesmaids. They also both wrote this movie. And that's, I think, one of the biggest things that the marketing campaign latched onto at first was from the people that brought you Bridesmaids. Because that movie was a hit.
Classic. I mean, you saw it on, what was the channel? You saw it on that one channel, every weekend.
TBS.
Maybe.
Sounds like or TNT.
Possibly.
Yeah.
One of those.
So yeah, obviously, Bridesmaids was that huge cultural hit. They were trying to capitalize off of that for this one. From what I saw on my personal Twitter feed, they kind of struck struck gold twice. What's the phrase? They kind of hit.
I just keep thinking about balls. I can't say anything.
Okay. They kind of hit the tooth on the tongue twice, is what I always say.
Tooth on the nail?
No, the tooth on the tongue. Moving on.
The tongue's in the mouth. It's really easy to hit your tooth on your tongue.
Okay, moving on.
No one is gonna understand this episode. It's just us saying nothing.
That's every episode.
No, I feel like we're more coherent most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
We've been very incoherent today.
Well, I wanted to point out that, we use an Apple TV to watch most of our stuff, and rented this movie on iTunes. And this movie did kind of do like that whole iTunes takeover that new movies do. When you have a whole row of the stuff and it's all like a different character image from the movie and stuff. So they put a lot behind that, and the trailers, I guess we'll get to the trailers soon. They put a lot behind the fact that this was a movie available to rent everywhere. A lot of movies that went on premium VOD, they felt very like haphazardly thrown on there.
Yeah.
And this one most likely was. Like, it was supposed to come out in July 2020 in theaters. And got delayed, and they finally did this. But it seems like, unlike a lot of other movies, they revamped their entire marketing campaign around the fact that it was coming out via rental like that,
Yeah, I agree. I saw that for sure.
Yeah, like the... So one thing I want to talk about, too, is, like, I also saw ads on Google. When I was searching for info on this movie, I saw, like, Google search ads, which I don't really see for movies often.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't know why, but maybe it's when you normally search a movie and you get like a buy tickets on Google, like right there. It's always right there.
That's true.
But you can't really buy tickets now. So I saw this ad, and I'm going to like read off part of it because I thought it was kind of like an interesting thing. This is Barb and Star movie. Don't miss it on demand today. And this is like now available on demand, available everywhere you rent movies. The new movie, Barb and Star. It's... I think it's smart. You can get somebody, you can pretty much take them directly to a place where they can watch the movie from a Google ad, which is most of the time pretty rare for movies because somebody has to sign up for a service and stuff like that. Like this, you go, you rent it, and you can watch it right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So kind of a cool thing.
Wait, but where is it going to take you? Is it going to take you where?
So I actually clicked on it. It takes you to a page where it has all the different rental services, and you can click on the one that you use, and it'll take you directly to that.
Okay.
Really cool. Now, I did see that the headline for the ad was Barb and Star movie. Don't miss it on demand today. It's kind of boring. I thought. Kind of boring. The way the ad is structured, there's something that Google has called like responsive search ads. It pretty much automates ads. They just kind of like change copy like as You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a weird thing that a lot of people do. We don't have the manpower to like monitor them, but a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't do them because they like to have more control over their ads. But this feels like it was just kind of Google
Like
automating
the
it.
robot made it.
The robot made the ad. That's where we are,
Uh,
2021 ad robots.
and it wasn't even that good. That's why we need people to do it.
But I wanted to come up with the different headlines. We need two short phrases for the headline. You know, I'm gonna come up. Oh, do you have one? You're laughing. Give me your short phrase.
Boop boop.
No. I'm so sorry for everyone who has no idea what random syllables Alyssa keeps throwing out of her mouth.
I told you shouldn't have asked me. You were like, you're ready to go. Yeah, boo boo balls. I don't know what else to say to you.
Okay, great. So they say Barb and Star movie, probably because Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar is very heavy on the character count. My sworn enemy
Yeah,
character count.
But like, Barb and Star movie, I'd say Starbra and Barb, go to Florida. I mean, isn't that where it is, basically?
Yeah.
That's what I would have said.
Okay. What about Barb and Star go to Vista Del, your living room?
Bad.
I like that as a little ad headline.
But Barb and Star go to just your living room. You don't need to say Vista Del. I mean, there's no reason to.
It gets the vibe of like the Florida resort.
Barb and Star go to your house.
And knock on the door and say, hello,
and
watch
make
our
you
movie.
hot dog soup.
Barb and Star movie, watch with hot dog soup. On demand today.
Now there you go. That'll get you some clicks, I think.
I think so too, because listen, hot dog soup is very intriguing. It looks disgusting. Do I want to try it?
No.
Yes.
Don't. No.
I do. I'm sorry.
Do you want me to? I'll make it for you one day. Only you. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. We'll do it.
Okay.
You're so down.
So moving on, another quick thing I want to bring up with this one is the teaser trailer that just has them talking about trailers, and I just want to say that is genius. I loved it. It's amazing. I want more of it. You agree?
Okay. Is that the one with the hair?
Yeah.
It was intriguing. Wait, so is that one the real one then?
The second one we watched was the official one. This is the official one, yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Like the
know.
official main
I
one.
didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, they did do that. I thought it was intriguing. You don't see their faces almost at all when talking about the trailer, so I feel like it was a way to make a cheap trailer. But it was funny.
One thing that's cool about the faces, I think, is that a lot of this movie is not shown in the trailers. Like a lot. A lot of the main plot of the movie is hidden from you.
That's true.
But the trailers are like, yeah, we don't want to give away the movie, not even our faces. And it even kind of like, it makes you think that the trailers are only hiding their faces and you're seeing everything else important. So then when you watch it, you're like, oh, wow, wait a minute. They did get me. I've been got. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of get what you're saying. That's it.
Okay. Well, now we're going to jump into our next segment where we come up with cool marketing ideas, which we've already kind of dabbled into a little bit with this one. So I think maybe keep it a little bit shorter than normal, but you have some cool Vista Del marketing
I would
ideas.
just stop talking. I have so many ideas.
Okay.
I don't want to hear your voice ever again, other than on this podcast. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I would hire a bunch of people to wear the shrimp costumes. Because on the front of the poster, there's a big shrimp boy. He looks so funny. I want so many of him everywhere. I want shrimps on every big corner of the top 20 cities of America. And I want them in it, and they're holding up a sign that says, Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. I think it's genius. It's cute. You get pictures with it. He's wearing a mask, too, because it's still COVID, baby. And that's it.
Do you think maybe there should have been like a little promotion with like Masked Singer or Masked Dancer where they're in like the shrimp costume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the fact that you're saying that now and it didn't happen is making me upset. Wow, that's a good idea.
Okay, cool. That would have been, yeah, I agree. That would have been fun.
It would have been really funny. And inside it's like Kristen Wiig or something stupid. It'd be so funny.
Yeah, So we might spoil a little bit of this movie coming up. I'm not going to spoil any plot things, but there's a little gag that I'm about to spoil. So if you really care about it, maybe skip ahead a couple minutes. All
How
right?
long are you going to talk about this gag?
Not that long. I mean, it depends on how much you have to say about it, but most likely you're going to be like, bad idea. Let's move on.
Okay, yeah, so not a couple minutes, like 1.5 minutes. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right, I'm starting now. I think Morgan Freeman crab legs. Stop counting, please. Morgan Freeman crab legs, frozen crab legs sold in your local supermarket. You know?
Yeah, stupid idea. You go to an actual fish place that serves them, and you're saying, you tell everyone that crab had so many babies. So you're eating one of the Morgan Freeman crab adjacent crab legs.
Okay, or you buy the frozen box of crab legs in the store. You take them home. You microwave them, because that's how you make the frozen crab legs. You microwave them real good. Don't do it at work, though, because your coworkers will not like you.
I don't even have time to correct you on this. Go on.
You don't.
You need to boil them. You boil
They're
crab
frozen.
legs.
Everything you buy in the frozen aisle, you don't prepare in a normal way. You throw it in the microwave. Whether it tastes good or not, that's how you make it.
We're getting a divorce.
Okay. But it also has a little digital code for an MP3 you can download of Morgan Freeman talking to you saying, "Hey, that's my leg. Please stop eating me." In his voice.
That's medium. It'd be cool if the promo code was for like $5 off your rental of Barb and Star.
So you can now pay the small price of $15 to rent this
Exactly.
movie.
Exactly.
Okay, do you have an idea?
I just gave it to you.
Okay.
Just kidding. I don't know. God, I mean, it'd be so good. This is stupid. It might not even be a good idea. I'm just imagining, like, every time I think about them, Barb and Star, I think about, like, their clothes. They're, like, middle-aged clothing. And I think it's so funny. And I would just love almost like a clothing line. But the middle-aged women, I mean, they'd still buy it, like, not even as a joke. But also it's a joke, so who would buy it? But I still think the middle-aged women. I just love the idea of their clothes. Just seeing them, I'm like, why don't I dress like that?
Well, what about like maybe a print promotion in like a fashion magazine where you get some ads,
my
but
God.
it's Annie Mumolo and Kristen Wiig just like modeling their what are they called? What are the pants called? Culottes or something?
I don't even know. They're so funny. Those and like I can't stop thinking about moms wear like the bathing suit cover-ups. I want one now so bad because I'm watching. I don't need one, but I watched it and I was like, God, they look so good in those. I have to have one.
Okay, I have one last idea and then we can move on to Girls Trip. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay. So do you remember when Red Bull did the thing where they like flew someone into space and then the guy like pretty much like did a free fall dive thing from space?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do that for this movie, except instead of giving the person a parachute, you give them some culottes. Let them just hover their way down with their pants.
For everyone who wants to know what we're referring to, they give.
Don't explain it. Don't. That's really a spoiler. Maybe.
Okay, I mean, if people look it up, they're
That's
gonna
true.
know. So it might as well tell people who are listening who are like, "What the fuck is going on?" So we're not gonna tell you what happens in the movie, but they wear these pants, and as it begins, it gives you the definition for these pants, and they're basically like long pants. I think a little bit longer than you'd expect a capri to be, but not full-length pants.
And they say like to resemble a skirt or something.
Yeah, it's very flowy-esque, and you would think it would be almost like a skirt, but they're definitely pants. And I mean, wow. I mean, why can't I wear those also? You know what I'm saying? Like, what classic women?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to move on to Girls Trip now?
It's a girls' trip now. In my notes it says my name is Alyssa parentheses forgivable longer. I mean, I had to type it out because I was gonna forget.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. Okay, so the director is Malcolm D. Lee. He's done some things, but this is his biggest thing.
Do you know? I remember what his next thing is though.
His next biggest thing?
Yeah.
Tell me.
The Space Jam sequel.
Oh, well, I wasn't gonna bring that up. But I was thinking about his old things. His old things, I mean, this is the biggest thing he's done. I wish a woman would have maybe directed this, but women wrote this movie, and they did a damn good job. I love Girls Trip. I will advocate for Girls Trip every day of the week. I saw this movie, and I said, oh my God, this is so I think that the girls' movies, where like Bad Moms, all that stuff. I think that stuff is so cheesy and stupid, and just never as good. This, however, it was so funny. And then I made Logan watch it, and Logan said, "Wow, I love this." I said, "I know, right?" So it's when four lifelong friends travel to New Orleans for the annual Essence Festival. Sisterhoods are rekindled. Wild sides are rediscovered, and there's enough dancing, drinking, brawling, and romancing to make the Big Easy blush. What's the Big Easy? New Orleans?
I don't know, but I feel like you saying what's the Big Easy is like just gonna put a target on our backs for
Okay.
being so out of the loop.
Okay, well, no, he's looking it up. Okay, well, it's saying, Big Easy turkey fryer. That might be
Okay, I
it.
don't think it's the Big Easy turkey fryer. It's probably not the movie starring Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, you should probably look up what it means.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing a bad job. So,
We have no idea what this means.
don't type in girls trip after it. It's just a phrase.
What
It's
is the
not-
Big Easy? Is that what you want me to
Yes.
say? Oh,
Yes.
it's known as New Orleans.
I
Okay.
told you I thought it was New Orleans.
You see, I thought
Anyways.
New Orleans was known as Nolans.
No. Okay, here we go. Just know we've talked about it for too long. Budget was $19 million domestically. It was $115.2 million it got, and actually it got $24.9 million. That's $140.1 total revenue of millions of dollars, and that's 7 times the budget. I
Okay,
mean,
listen, I have to interrupt you. How can the city of New Orleans blush? Look, I used to
don't-
be in spelling bees. You ask for a word in a sentence that helps you understand, what the word is. This sentence doesn't explain the word. Continue with your
Well,
box
no,
office
that's why
stuff.
I also was like, but I also was like, I'm pretty sure it's New Orleans. That's where they go. So let's talk about, let's see what Logan wrote on the TV. I wrote my own things also.
Oh, they're down here. You talk about Rotten Tomato?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
So, okay. Rotten Tomatoes, 91 for critics.
Very
and
good.
78 for audience. I
Very
mean,
good.
both are good. Guys, if you have not seen this movie, please watch it. It's so funny. I think it's like the funniest, like, girls, like, are
Yeah, in terms of
badass
this
and stuff.
genre, like the raunchy comedy where people go somewhere and they drink a ton and
They
do
do
a
a
ton
bunch
of
of
stuff
bad
like that.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this is the best out of all those movies that I've seen, I think.
Yeah, me too. That's why I've never seen anything like it. I just love it so much. But anyways, this came out the same weekend. July 21st, 17th, something like that, as Dunkirk and also Valerian with the long title. Logan and I did see all 3 movies, not in this order. Logan saw Girls Trip last.
Really late, yeah. But we saw Dunkirk in IMAX.
We saw Dunkirk in IMAX, but guess what, gang? Dunkirk got a 92 Rotten Tomatoes for the critics and 81 for audience. It's barely off of Girls Trip. If Dunkirk wouldn't have come out this weekend, I think, number one, Girls Trip could have went for an Oscar.
Okay. So do you know what Dunkirk made on its opening weekend? Because when you told me this, I looked up what Dunkirk made because I was curious, like how Girls Trip fared against it.
No, how much did it make?
It made $50 million, and that's with the help of Christopher Nolan's name behind it and the IMAX money and stuff behind it and everything.
Well, I don't know what the opening weekend for this. Oh, 31 mil.
Yeah, 31 mil. So I mean, this movie knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah, no, they said, the writer, her name is Tracy Oliver, she's one of the writers, that this is, when it hit 100 million, it was, the most she'd ever made in,
Box office, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. Anyways, I'm saying that people saw Dunkirk and said this deserves an Oscar, and Girls Trip came out the same weekend, and I mean, the scores are almost identical. I just want to point that out. Cinema score, A+, y'all, it's an A+. There's nothing else to say about it.
I don't think we've done a movie on this podcast yet that had an A+ cinema score. So that's awesome.
I bet Paddington does, but
We haven't done that one yet.
Well, I know. We're not going to talk about Paddington now. Amazing. So, we have the poster. It has all the women. They're looking up at a man's...
What are they looking at?
They're looking at a man's body. You can see that he has underwear on. And you just see his legs. You see this...
Well, what do they see, though?
They are looking up from below.
I was trying to get you to say ding dong,
Nope.
but
Ding
guess
dong, not. Well, is ding dong broken?
no.
I think it actually does happen in this movie.
Very
Do you
possible.
remember that?
No, I don't.
Ding dong broken.
Okay.
Let's say it. But I mean, you see this with like women where like the men are like looking at them and it's like very not great.
Yeah.
I mean, they just emulate it. It's so good. And then there are character posters, and all the characters are, I think, still the legs are there. And the tagline is, "You'll be glad you came." Very good tagline.
Really good.
I mean, wow. I love this movie, and I don't know what else to say other than y'all, even, there's proof. So on the website, they had a website, and should we talk about trailers? I'm not good at this.
No. All right. So let's talk about the website. What's on the website now? And the main thing on the website is
Okay, there's a lot of things. It says get tickets. It said like get tickets now, and like it gave you bios of the girls. But it also had a quiz where you could find out which girl you are. Logan and I took these quizzes today, and we don't know who each other got. Logan says he thinks we both got the same person.
I'm like 99% sure we're both the same.
I think
girl.
my answers teetered between two characters, but obviously mine was more of this one character. Who did you get?
I got, and man, I forgot her name. Lisa, the mom.
I also got Lisa the mom.
Yes, we got Lisa the mom.
Very true. I definitely got Lisa the mom. I would have gotten
like one of the questions, like who's like what's like your dream man, and one of the answers is like 6'4", lean and buff and hung, and it's like all right. I mean maybe I don't know. But then the other one was like high school sweetheart, and like, well, Alyssa and I did start dating in the 11th grade, so like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Then you have to say it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So the trailers were we watched the one trailer. I mean, it was funny there too.
Very funny. It's funny.
But also, they didn't just show the only funny parts in the movie.
But it's funny because you showed me this trailer, and then as soon as it started playing, I was like, oh man, I remember this trailer because it starts with the prayer at the table, which like I saw that trailer in theaters with people around us so many times, and like that line always
got people laughing.
Always got people laughing. It was so good.
Yeah, but it was just, I mean, of course we don't know until after you see the movie, but it was refreshing to be like, wow, those weren't the only funny parts of the movie. It was like this movie the whole time you are laughing. So that's great. Now I'm going to talk about other marketing stuff. So I always forget the name of it until I look it up. It's like, that thing where they put other things in the movie and they're like also brands. It's called product placement.
Yeah.
It's like the easiest name. You can never forget it. But Girls Trip actually banded together with Essence Festival, which happens in New Orleans every year. And it is an annual music festival that originally started in 1995 as a one-time event to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Essence, which is a magazine aimed primarily towards African-American women. And they really just kept it going. And so they kind of did this whole thing around it. So they filmed while they were there. And because of that, they had like iconic brands and venues and celebrities that were actually at the 2016 Essence Festival during filming. But they really didn't have to like pay for it that much. They're just walking around. There's just stuff already there, which was kind of smart. And it,
No, I get what you're saying. Like I like that. I didn't know that it was like a real thing, I guess, but I like that it was because like when you think New Orleans and like party movie, which this is. Like, the easiest thing to go to is, like, okay, like, let's find an excuse for our main cast of characters to go to New Orleans during Mardi Gras, because that's when shit gets wild down there. And that's all I really know about. But then they bring in this real festival that me, like a white dude from Georgia, never had heard of. Saw it in the movie, didn't even know it was real. And and highlight something like that instead of like the boring ass Mardi Gras or something. I think it's cool.
I mean, that's the thing is like the movie is almost now like a recap video of that year. And it operates as like one massive Instagram story, and it captures some of the best moments of the festival. I mean, they really did it. So there is a point where they see Diddy, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's Diddy!" And like Diddy is not a part of this movie at all. He's just there, and they all really wanted him to like look at her after she flashes him in the movie, Tiffany Haddish, but he instead was like, come up here, and that's when she's like in her heels and she's like, oh my God, Diddy's calling me on stage, and it's all real. And then Queen Latifah is like pushing her ass up on the stage so she can get up there in her heels, and it was amazing. And did they not only shoot at the Essence Festival and made it key product placement focus, the team actually partnered with the magazine, which called the magazine to further promote the film and drive its own fan base in the theaters around the nation. So like the cover has like all the girls on it.
That's really smart.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like they're so like again Diddy was like, hey, this is cool. Yeah, come up here. And they're like, oh my God, Diddy's here, and like we're going up stage now. Like it's fine.
Wow.
I know, is that kind of cool?
No, it definitely is. Like they I mean it worked, clearly.
Yeah, I also think it worked. I mean, they made 7 times their budget. And it was so good.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about some ideas now?
Yes.
Okay, I have one. Ready?
Perfect.
All right, zipline pissing contest. All right. And I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, it's obviously you got a bunch of people on a zip line. They get stuck in the middle. How long can they hold it? You know, person that can hold it the longest wins. But that gets you lawsuits because people like get hurt.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, they get injured. So I was like, well, I want to do the opposite. You have to. It's like a race to your zip line. You gotta like run to it. Mm-hmm. Then you gotta get all strapped up in it and everything. Mm-hmm. Then you gotta go and then you gotta stop yourself in the middle of the line. And then it's the first to pee in a bucket that's below them wins.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
All right.
Sorry. I don't know what else to say.
I think it's pretty fun. You can televise it.
I just don't think people should piss in buckets for the movie.
You love that part in this movie.
Okay, it's funny, but not in a bucket.
Like,
and also, it's funny because her stream is like not actually a real stream. That's what makes it so funny. Is it looks like it's coming out of like a hose that's like spraying, showering, and it's funny.
Who says that's not real? Okay, let's move. Do you have an idea?
I did earlier in the day, and now I don't.
Okay. Let me think of another one. Get Tiffany Haddish everywhere you possibly can.
It's Tiffany Haddish.
Let her interview everywhere you possibly can. She was in the trailer a lot. Double the amount of screen time she got in the trailer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put her everywhere.
So funny.
She is. I mean, everyone, all 4 leads in this movie are great, but like
they are so good
on a different level. I feel like she's just so funny.
I didn't realize how funny had really never seen her in a movie before, and I saw this and I said I will maybe see every movie she's in from now on because she was so funny in this. And again, a lot of the stuff was like also like improvised, just like went for it. And my idea I had earlier today was about her, but I can't remember what it was because I love her so much. I know, and I think it was. I don't know if it was about interviews because obviously it did interview at a couple places, but wow, I love her.
Yeah, I mean, again, what was the other movie that we did that like they knocked everything out of the park so well that was like, what do we even say? I don't remember what movie that was. It wasn't that long ago though. It's like they just did it perfectly.
I feel like it's always Pixar movies. Like I feel like we talked about like Inside Out or something like that. We were like, wow. I mean, how else do you do this good? I think it'd be cool. I mean, because it's in New Orleans. If like the week that the movie came out, or like the week after it had come out, like bars in New Orleans were like actually doing like cocktails that are like either based on the girls or based off of something that might have happened in the movie. And
yeah, it could have been a cool, instead of in New Orleans, do like movie theater bars because so many theaters have bars.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, like one thing that I tried to do when I worked at the theater a lot was like do like promotions in our restaurant for movies that came out, like maybe design like a menu that was like themed for the movie we had, a big movie we had coming out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wish that like studios would have sent us stuff for that, because I think it was a cool idea, and it would have been great if we had like the manpower and the skill to like make all the cool stuff we needed. And again, we weren't the only theater around with a bar and restaurant. Like lots of theaters have that now. I say now. When theaters are open, lots of theaters have that.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, the drinks are so easy because you can be like New Orleans and like you can really just like round it up and it's a party movie.